The U.S. Department of Defense announced Monday that some 8,500 U.S. troops have been put on heightened alert for possible deployment to Eastern Europe, in case NATO activates its rapid response force over tensions with Russia, but there is no decision on formal deployments yet. The Pentagon also said Russia had shown no signs of de-escalating and continues to amass troops on Ukraine's borders. U.S. media said that Pentagon's latest announcement signals a shift for the Biden administration on Ukraine as the United States and NATO allies brace for possible Russian military action. The Pentagon's prepare to deploy order came one day after the State Department authorized the voluntary departure of U.S. government employees at the U.S. Embassy in Kyiv and required their family members to leave Ukraine. U.S. media reported on Sunday that Biden was considering the deployment of several thousand U.S. troops as well as warships and aircraft to NATO allies in the Baltics and Eastern Europe. Also on Monday, U.S. President Joe Biden held a secure video call with leaders of EU and European allies on Ukraine crisis. The White House said the call was part of a close consultation and coordination with U.S. allies and partners in response to Russia's military buildup on Ukraine's borders. Emma Ashford, a senior fellow at the Atlantic Council, said some further arms sales might well be warranted in the event of a large-scale invasion, but the Biden administration should be cautious about taking any of these other steps towards militarizing or deepening U.S. or broader NATO involvement in this conflict. The risks of escalation are simply too high, and Ukraine's direct importance to U.S. foreign policy is too small.
The Russian Foreign Ministry criticized the U.S. Department of State for publishing a fact sheet full of false information about Russia's policy on Ukraine. The Russian ministry in a commentary called the sheet an overt provocation by Washington to publish the fact versus fiction, Russian disinformation on Ukraine, just a day before Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met in Geneva on Friday. The Russian Foreign Ministry provided article-by-article refutation on the U.S. fact sheet, saying that since December 15, 2021, when Moscow officially sent Washington its draft treaty and agreement on security guarantees, the U.S. side has mostly made obvious attempts to drag out discussions at expert levels and in various formats. Meanwhile, the United States and its Western allies have launched a very toxic information and propaganda campaign by depicting Russia as an aggressor, an enemy of civilized Europe, and a threat to the international stability, the ministry said. It also blasted the Western countries' endless threats of painful sanctions against Russia that are designed to bleed our economy dry. The Lavrov-Blinken negotiations in Geneva on Friday ended with no breakthroughs in the establishment of legally binding security guarantees between Russia and the West, with the Ukrainian crisis as a core issue.